happy to. Coach, just Pete told us that we'll be seeing Jordan Brooks starting somewhere out there on Sunday. What have you seen out of the rookie so far?
Well, this kid is he's electrifying. He's fast. He's smart. Everything you want out of a linebacker. He's mean. All the things you're looking for. It's just a matter of him being ready, and we're excited about the opportunity that's arose for him.
Hey, Ken, just how comfortable are you in general with the rookies and where they've been able to get to given the year that we're going through right now?
Yeah, it's been a crazy year, as you know, and you would like to let the rookies have preseason. You would like to have them have the off season and the mini camps and the quarterback schools and those things, but this is an abnormal year, so it calls for unique opportunities, and this is a great opportunity for our rookies, and we really feel like they have really stepped up. And we're really excited about the opportunity that they're going to have. But we would like it to be, more experienced, but everybody's dealing with the same situation. It's not just us.
What do you envision the challenge for Alton Robinson getting some snaps here this week with Bruce going down as he has to kind of step up into that role a little bit?
We're excited. I mean, Alton has been working his tail off. We're very excited about his ability and the direction he's going in his development. Now it's time to step up, next man up, and we're really looking forward to it. I know he's looking forward to it, but we really feel good about what he's going to do.
Ken, with Bobby, we obviously all see the playmaking there is, but a couple of his teammates pointed out that last play, kind of how he got everybody into position beforehand, knew it was coming. Just, where does he rank of all the linebackers you've seen in terms of his intelligence, his pre-snap ability, all those things?
He's pretty unique. He's pretty special. I mean, he puts in the work. He does all the things you have to do to take care of your body so he can be there on Sundays at such a high level. He's in first one in the building, last one out, has all the questions, great with his note-taking and his classroom skills. He knows how to turn his information that he acquires during the week into playmaking on the field, and he's consistent over a long period of time. So he's up there with the best that's played the game.
Did he come here with that when you talk about the work ethic and the note-taking and kind of the mental side of the game? Did he have that right when he got here, or did that develop over time?
Well, I think it developed over time. I think it's the environment that we made for him, and he really sucked in the environment, really understood what was asked of him, and he took what we asked of him to a whole nother level. And the way he works, the way he continues to work, and the way the young players watch him work, he's been a great example for the young players. So I don't have to do spend a lot of time teaching the young players, because I just say, hey, watch Bobby, and he's the type of leader that he brings people with him. I'm very, very proud of him.
And how do you view where the defense has been over the first 2 weeks? I know you guys have given up about 480 on average in yards over the first 2 weeks. Just what have you seen in the progression from week 1 to week 2? Where do you find some gains here moving forward?
Well, there's a lot of things we certainly need to prove on. No one's happy with, obviously, the scoring number. No one's happy with the amount of yards. At the same time, there's a lot of really good things. We're putting good pressure on the quarterback with our blitzes. I think the players are really developing. We're finding a really good identity. Our run defense has been really solid and sound. And I think the guys are playing for full 60 minutes. There's so many things that, again, we need to prove on. We certainly like to take down the explosive plays and the deep ball that's been hitting on us, and the fact that we've been up in games and we have to stay up and keep teams down. We certainly have to be better at that, but that's what this season is about. It's about improving. It's about understanding what our areas that we need to gain in, and I think each game the guys are aware of that. And we expect better this week. We have a certain high standard for ourselves, and I think that the guys are ready for the challenge.
And what are you going to miss from Bruce and Marquise each going out, and how do you try to fill those absences?
That's tough. You can't really fill those shoes. You have to certainly we have really good depth. I think we pride ourselves on the next man up. Bruce, I think we all are connected, and we know how far we go back with him and what he's meant to this team. And with Marquise, just watching his star. A star was born watching him grow and develop. So we're going to take a hit, obviously, in the personalities and what those guys meant to us. But we really feel good about the guys behind him. Ugo has stepped up and done well. He's played for us in playoff games. So I think that the group is really rallying around the younger guys who's going to come in and play.
You just mentioned Ugo. What have you seen out of Ugo from last year to kind of the player that he's been so far this year?
Well, he's really smart. He's up for the challenge. He's a natural ball player. He understands the game. He understands motions and run gaps. He understands leverage and coverage. So it's just a matter of play time. He's been in the big game for us. He started in our playoff game last year. So he's a guy that we are very familiar with. So he can play ball. I don't think there's any question about that.
Jackie, you or Brady have a question for Coach Ken?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I joined late, so I don't know if you've been asked this yet. But Jordan Brooks, your impression of him and his readiness to play, and also what you've seen in, I know it was only a few snaps over the first 2 games. But
Right. Really excited about Jordan. Been working with him personally, and he's ready for the challenge. He came here for a reason. He really has played a lot of football, in his past in college, and he's wanting this opportunity. He's been just chomping at the bit for a chance to get out there and play. And the main thing is him being ready. And we really feel like that this is his time now, and we're excited to see exactly what he's going to do with it.
thanks.
Jackie?
Hey, Coach, I'm sorry I joined late as well, so I apologize
okay.
if this has been asked. But how have you seen Jack develop as a quarterback over the last few years, and what do you see from him on tape these last 2 games?
It's really fun to watch him develop. He's, strong looking quarterback, good arm. He has a great command of the huddle, great command of, everything around him. He really understands defenses that he sees and the movements that we put on him. And he's really toughening up. He understands how to get the tough yard. He's not afraid to scramble when he needs to. And just watching him go through the situation he had in the offseason with his contract, he really handled it with a lot of class. And he really just did what he wanted to do, and now he showed up to play ball, and he's doing really well. Really proud of him.
And then what about the weapons that he has on offense, how they're working in the rookie CeeDee Lamb?
Well, he's extremely surrounded with some really, really good skilled players. Obviously with the receivers with CD and Amari and Gallup, those guys are outstanding, and no question with the sound and fantastic runner that they have. So they've surrounded themselves with really, really good players. The go-to guys are playmakers. So they're certainly a big challenge for us.
And I have one last one that's kind of random, but when you have a punter like Michael Dixon that can set the defense up just for putting the other team in such poor field position, what does that do for the defense and just the team as a whole?
Oh my gosh, great question. Defenses love great punters. Anytime we see that ball, we're like watching it come off his foot, and we're like, oh, great punt. So it's very important for us to have really good field position, because if you get bad field position somewhere around the 40s, the offense only needs 1 or 2 first downs to get in field goal range, depending on their kicker. And we like to do a better job of keeping teams backed up and have a chance to get the ball back to our offense. So, a really good punter is a defense's best friend.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
And we'll wrap up with Greg.
Hi, Ken.
Hi.
Is your rate of blitzing sustainable for the entire season? Is this just the way your team's made up now, or would you like to level that off a little bit?
It's hard to say. Right now, we're it's one game at a time, and we just kind of going off of the situations that I get. But at the same time, they've been very effective for us, and it's just been the game is so situational. You can't really say what's going to happen for the duration of the season. It's 1 week, one game at a time, one situation at a time, one play at a time, and then whatever the situation calls for, that's what you prepare to do.
What has made Adams in particular so good in blitzing? What's made you guys better in blitzing?
Well, he's just a really good blitzer. I mean, we have some really good football players, some really good playmakers who thrive in those situations. So the best thing that we could do as a defensive staff is put our players in the best situations for them to thrive and to do well.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ken.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.